Tonight on Titans football, presented by SeatGeek, we recap the 16th meeting between the Titans and the San Francisco 49ers. Head coach Mike McCoy is here to recap the game. Plus, offensive coordinator Nick Holtz breaks down the Titans touchdowns, including Jeffrey Simmons' score.
We did not have Jeff Simmons on the scramble drill, working the back line, great awareness.
And Amani Hooker is giving back this holiday season. Plus, we catch up with former first-round pick Derrick Morgan.
The amount of work that I've put into getting to the NFL, I had to take that same type of work ethic and mentality to the business world.
Let's press play on Titans football.
Embrace it. Embrace it. Adversity is going to come up today. Man, be the guy that brings the change to the game. Change the game when the ball comes our way. All right? Here we go, fellas.
Wide open Gunner Elm. That is a Titans touchdown. Okay. Jeff Simmons gets pressure, deflects the football. Pressured, and he steps into a sack. Jalen Harold. Run to the end zone, and that is a Titans touchdown. He's going to throw back against his body. Jeff Simmons! Jeff Simmons! That is a Titans touchdown!
And we welcome you to Titans football in the BetMGM studios with Coach Mike McCoy. I'm Taylor Zarzer, and Coach, it's time for your official review of the game. Playing one of the best teams in their spot out in the Bay Area against the 49ers. So one possession game for most of the way. What do you think the difference was?
Well, the 49ers are a very good football team. And unfortunately, the first and second halves, we got off to a slow start, both offensively and defensively. And then what you saw, though, as the quarter went on, or the game went on, we started moving the ball, getting, field goal, touchdown. Unfortunately, we missed the field goal at the end of the half. And then the second half, we had the 2 3-and-outs, and we had 2 touchdown drives. So we got to be more consistent and eliminate the 3-and-outs there. And defensively, unfortunately, we had a number of injuries early in the game. We lost the 3 secondary players the first 2 series of the game. One was in the kicking game, and we couldn't get off the field. So that's unfortunate. But then obviously as the game went on, Jeff made the big play for us, which was outstanding, creating the turnover there. And then here comes this unbelievable route runner, which is an unbelievable throwing catch by him and Cam, but just excited. It was an exciting play for the entire football team.
Yeah, it was one of the best plays of the year, no doubt. Coach, how did the run game keep you in this football game again? Well,
there's nothing like running the ball. The last 2 weeks, the number of attempts we've had, it energizes your football team, and you create an identity the way we want to play. The mindset of the offensive line the past couple of weeks has been out of this world, and it's the confidence, and when you commit to the running game and you run it as efficiently as we have the past 2 weeks, it just really helps your football team. You see the points we've scored, 31 and 24 points the last 2 weeks, and it's the complementary football throughout.
Yeah, and you were telling me when you're able to effectively run the football, it allows your quarterback to have more time to complete some balls. Cam Ward had not thrown multiple touchdowns in a game until the Cleveland game, and he did it again in this one.
Yeah, it just goes to the balance you want to have, and it helps everything out. When you run the ball, one of the first passes that Elliott caught on a movement play, it's wide open. Well, it's because the number of times we were running the football.
And no sacks, no turnovers in the game. I know those are some critical stats.
That was big for us. That's the way you want to play the game. And it goes back. It all starts with the running game. I think when you run the ball like that, it helps protection and everything.
Well, you already referenced the Jeffrey Simmons touchdown grab.
Yeah.
I don't know if you want to call him a fullback, an H-back, or a tight end. A traditional tight end, Gunner Helm, a rookie, had a 34-yard touchdown catch in the game too.
Yeah, great design. We talked about it and how the defense was going to play. Gunner did an outstanding job once again. But this one was more downfield and did a great job getting in the end zone. So it all started with the protection and a good throw by Cam and Gunner's effort to get in the end zone. So really excited. He's got a bright future ahead of him. He's done great things for us all year long.
Chig Okonkwo also had 4 catches in the game as well. On defense, Coach, you already referenced Jeff Simmons. He had the forced fumble and the strip sack that the Titans were able to recover in 49ers territory that led to that Simmons touchdown.
Yeah.
Elsewhere on defense, Cedric Gray, I know injured at the end of the game, but 16 more tackles in the game, Coach. One of the top tacklers in the National Football League.
Been very consistent. Ced's done an outstanding job all year long. Once he was plugged in that position, he understood his role in the defense, and it's not surprised. Every time you look at the stat sheet after every game, he's that leader more often than not. But very pleased and just happy for the way he's played all year long.
Yeah, he's had a fantastic year. I won't know how badly you want to win against the Kansas City Chiefs this week. We're going to talk more about that coming up a bit later on. But up next, offensive coordinator Nick Holtz is going to break down those Titans touchdowns, including Big Jeff's touchdown catch. That's coming up next on Titans Football.
Cam drifts back, surveying, pressured. He's going to throw back against his body. Jeff Simmons! Jeff Simmons! That is a Titans touchdown!
He uncovered.
He's wide open. He got a touchdown. Holy cow!
Welcome back. That was Jeffrey Simmons catching a touchdown from Cam Ward. We're joined by Titans offensive coordinator Nick Holtz to break down a Jeffrey Simmons touchdown. I did not have this on my bingo card before the year started.
Wasn't on your bingo card. That's, kind of keep everybody guessing. Good to get Jeff in there. We've had a couple runs with him in there, so you really get a chance for him to look, kind of set the edge. He ends up bluffing the defensive end and the corner, and they end up dropping. So really, this kind of what you've seen from Cam Ward, all his college tape, stuff we drafted him, then he kind of gets a chance, could maybe come back here to DMR, coming right here, but then there's sometimes the plays don't work out exactly as you design them up, and then there's a great guy, guys making a play. We did not have Jeff Simmons on the scramble drill, working the back line, great awareness, that there, if you end up stepping out, you're becoming an ineligible receiver. So really cool play, then on GIF right there, former guy, so it was probably fun for everybody, just right there. Good moment for everybody down there in the red zone, and really kind of turn the fumble, get him right back in there and ready to roll.
Push play, Coach, and we're going to get one more look at this from the end zone.
Yeah, you can see right here, so they end up kind of all thinking it's a run. They get a little screwed up by the personnel, so they're kind of getting here. 95 ends up kind of just falling, so we end up getting a little bit of a cloudy look over here. They all go. Gunner could push a little further deep to the corner right where he's at, but then you see as Cam keeps going, extends the play.
98.
Nothing like 98 with just like we all thought. 98 with his hand up in the back of the end zone. Great hands. It was awesome.
All right, we're going to quickly scroll through a couple more, Coach. Gunnar Helm's long touchdown catch on a seed from Cam Ward.
So we get an empty, and they end up kind of buzzing the safety down here, so it's really important for Gunnar to go inside this flat player. And once the flat player sees him go inside, he kind of drops him, and he thinks he's passing him to the safety, puts these two guys in conflict. Great job here, taking out the corner on the post, putting him in that spot. Say these guys didn't get any further, can't come right down here, but you see Gunnar right up the red line, right that area right between the numbers and the hashes, gets right there. Cam puts him ball right on his back shoulder where 27 can't get in there and make a play, and it was awesome. When one comes together like that, you're pretty excited.
And then the Tony Pollard touchdown run.
Yeah, so Tony, watch this. Even Cam, right as the ball snapped, Cam knows it's a touchdown. He's really got to beat the one unblocked guy here, which is 27, and watch the just effort from the whole team, but Tony especially. We get a nice little trap block here by Pete. Corey gives him a right there. JC climbs to the second level, but then watch the finish by Tony and watch the finish by everybody else getting him into the end zone, pushing the pile. Ole getting in, Corey, it's a great job. Great job finishing down there in the low red. But you can see that's kind of running with an attitude. We get it back to the unblocked free safety back here, and we're in a good place.
And, Coach, with all of those great Tony Pollard runs and going over 100 yards the last couple of weeks, that opens things up for an improved offense all the way around.
Yeah, those guys, Gunnar had a great catch on the sideline, and you see he's just getting better and better each week. And then Tony Pollard, when we get him in space, he's a pretty dangerous animal out there. So the production for the line's been getting him open, and getting those big run lanes has been great.
I know you want that to result in a win against the Chiefs. Best of luck with that, Coach.
Thanks.
All right, appreciate it very much. Coming up, we catch up with Titans legend Derrick Morgan. I'm Taylor Zarzer. Welcome back to Titans football. As the 16th pick, Derrick Morgan was the Titans' first-round draft selection in 2010 out of Georgia Tech. He played his entire 9-year career with the Titans. He had 420 tackles and 44 and a half sacks. He recently opened a new health and wellness spot in Nashville called Protocol. This is Where Are They Now, presented by Nissan.
What's up, y'all? My name's Derrick Morgan.
Pressure coming from the edge. Carr, sacked! Derrick Morgan!
I was drafted in the first round of the 2010 draft. I played all 9 seasons with the Titans from 2010 to 2018, and this is what I'm doing now. Spending my whole career here has really been a blessing. Had a really good core group of teammates, which I was really blessed to have throughout my duration here. Was a part of some really special locker rooms along the way. A lot of growth and evolution, not even only as an athlete, but as a person throughout my time with the Titans. Transition was definitely challenging. I retired at 30, right? And so 21 years playing this game, for me, I was able to walk away on my own terms, which I was, thankful to do. But I kind of got forced into this health journey. I get drafted, I'm 21 years old, first round pick, and ended up tearing my ACL the 4th game of the season. For the first time in my life, I was forced to sort of sit down and figure out okay, how do I get my body back from such a serious injury? And so the road to recovery was one that I started to go down and figure out how to really take care of my body. What you're seeing with this space, a lot of it is really from that journey, the things that I've learned along the way. Come on in, welcome to the Protocol. The whole beauty of this place is we pair the treatments, we'll stack them on top of each other. Being able to evangelize around different treatments and different therapies, maybe you can look at your health from a different perspective that's not as mainstream. One of the concepts with this building is we have a lot of things under one roof. We got this is one of my favorite machines. This is our hyperbaric chamber. This is putting you into a pressurized environment. The hyperbaric chamber, for instance, we spent probably 6 months researching hyperbaric chambers all around the world to figure out what the best hyperbaric chamber was, because there's a million out there. The one we got ends up being from Romania, and it's giving you 100% oxygen. I love it for cognitive function. I love it for inflammation. I used this a lot when I was playing for inflammation after I had some of my surgery. So we have everything from our hyperbaric chamber, we have infrared sauna, we have ozone sauna, we have a PT on staff, we have laser treatment, shockwave, acupuncture, IV therapy. We have a really robust menu of offerings, and that's on purpose. That's so everybody can kind of be in one place, not have to bounce around, and really hopefully come up with better health outcomes for people. Overall, the word protocol is something that is based around intentionality, and the last thing that we want to do is sell people services. We want you to be able to come in, get your data, get your lab work, get your information, and then we take all that data and build you a protocol. So this is our red light bed. You come in here for pain, skin conditions, brain fog. It's a pretty cool machine because you can work these panels independently. You can put a different protocol on the top than you do the bottom. You lay in here, you put these tones on. It's got PEMF frequency, and the coolest thing is this actually rotates. And so it's creating almost a sensory deprivation. So when you're in here, you don't really feel the rotation. And you come out of it, you feel like you just meditated. It's kind of like a mental reset. So this is the theta chamber. So in here is our contrast suite. We have an infrared sauna and cold plunge. With the cold plunge, that's something that I've been doing that since college, to come into cold water, it actually gives you like a relief of pain and tension. And so, but the combination of the heat with it is really like where you get the most benefit. Other therapies that we offer are based on research. And so along, my wife, our team of nurses and doctors have basically come together and we've chosen what we think are the best treatments and modalities to offer people based on research. We feel like this location for this business is an amazing one, and it's 5 minutes from the facility where I used to work every day. The amount of work that I've put into getting to the NFL, I had to take that same type of work ethic and mentality to the business world. And if you stay consistent, that becomes your competitive edge.
That's a great piece, and it's great to see what he's doing now in the community. And, Coach, it's incredible how physically demanding a season can be. You always have to take care of your body.
Yeah, it's critical. And especially with the younger players, the rookies, you've got to teach them throughout the entire year, as the season goes on. Because once you get out of training camp, you start training camp, your body never feels the same. And so you got to listen to the vets, listen to the trainers, talk to the medical staff, do whatever you can. So it's because in this business, you go from Sunday to Sunday. Mm-hmm. You're always going to have something. Something's not going to feel right. So you got to take care of your body, number one.
Well said. Coming up next, Captain Amani Hooker is giving back to kids in need this holiday season. That's coming up on Titans Football. We're back with more Titans football. Amani Captain Hooker, as we call him, is one of the great leaders on the Tennessee Titans, Coach, and I know on and off the field he makes a big difference.
Yeah, Amani's done an outstanding job leading the team. Being in the captain's meetings every Wednesday morning with them, you love for these guys to give the input and then just see what he's done to help Kevin develop as a great pro and learning as a young rookie. You just see the leadership, and that's what it's all about, because it's the best teams are player-driven. And he's one of those leaders out there, so you love to hear him speak up on the field and, in the leadership meetings, things like that. But he's done an outstanding job for us.
And I have to think that going up against Cam Ward has been helpful for Amani and vice versa.
Without a doubt. You want to play against great players. And so you go against each other, you compete, and that's what it's all about.
Yes, it is. And Amani Hooker is a leader off the field. He's treated 10 kids from the Boys and Girls Club of Metro Nashville to a shopping spree for the holiday season. Let's check it out in this week's SeatGeek Sound.
Amani Hooker here, Tennessee Titans football. We're here with the Boys and Girls Club at JD Sports. Kids are here buying some gear, some shoes, some Nike Techs. It's a great day. Let's do it. Hope you enjoy, man. Number 37, that's me. All right, so you see me on that field, just look for number 37, man. Happy holidays, yes, thank you. You're welcome. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. Thank you. You're welcome. You are gonna play basketball in them at recess or something? What you gonna do? You gonna keep them fresh? You gonna actually use them? You don't know, you'll decide? We'll see, yeah. Yeah, I feel it. Let's go. Holiday season.
Wait, you paid shoes for me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, bro. Hope you enjoy them, man. Yeah, maybe you can get home. Maybe your mom lets you put them on right away. I hope you enjoy, bro. Happy holidays, man.
You too.
Yeah, you too, bro.
I like your shoes.
Thank you, man.
They got Jordans on the back.
Yeah, it does. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you for giving me extra pairs of shoes.
You're welcome, man. Hope you enjoy it, bro. We got the kids a bunch of Christmas gifts, a bunch of swag. That's a wrap.
One of the biggest stars in the National Football League is Patrick Mahomes, who was injured this past weekend. The Titans take on the Chiefs without him, and we talk about that next. We welcome you back to Titans football. It's time to look ahead to the next game against the 6-8 Kansas City Chiefs, coached by one of the best of all time, Andy Reid. The Chiefs are officially eliminated from the playoffs, and they've lost 3 straight games, and Patrick Mahomes is out for the season with a knee injury. Coach, that means Gardner Minshew is at quarterback for the Chiefs this week.
Yeah, you just really feel, first I start off by saying, it's tough seeing Pat go down.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. It's part of the business, so we wish him nothing but the best and a speedy recovery. But this is a great football team. They've been at the top of the league for a long time, so we really understand the challenge. But the big thing is we got to win at home. That's the big focus this week. We got to win a game at home for our fans and play our best game to date.
Yeah, I know you want to do that so badly. You have this game at home and then the New Orleans Saints, the last home game the week after that. All right, well, we look forward to seeing you at Nissan Stadium coming up this Sunday. Kickoff between the Titans and Chiefs is set for noon. Our pregame radio coverage of Titans Countdown begins at 11 a.m. Central Time on 104.5 The Zone. For Mike McCoy and for Nick Holtz, I'm Taylor Zarzer. Thanks for watching Titans football, and we'll see you next time.